Hey guys, welcome to my makeup collection and vanity tour. I am so excited to be doing this video. I've gotten a lot of requests for it and I love watching these types of videos, so I am so excited to share my setup with you. So over in this corner, we've got my nail polish collection, which you've already seen. And then I've got this little mint rolly rack from IKEA, which stores most of my shoes. And I've got my jewelry on this little kind of double-sided jewelry hanger thing, my perfumes over here, and some more shoes down there. Moving along, I've got my first set of IKEA drawers. These are the IKEA Alex 5 drawers. I've got my little desk, which is also from IKEA. And then over here we have another set of Alex drawers that I just got. This is the same 5-drawer Alex drawer, except it has a kind of larger filing cabinet drawer on the bottom. Up on the shelves, I've got some boxes that have lashes, my sewing kit. I've got 2 vintage makeup cases, which store all of my accessories. And right above it, I've got some of my wigs. Now, I know a lot of you guys requested a kind of wig collection video, but let me know if you're still interested in that, because I will film one if you are. I want to point out some art pieces that I have in my area. I've got this portrait, which is a little portrait that my friend Lou did of me, actually, when he first met me. I've also got some of my older nail art that I've done. Okay, let me talk about this mirror really quick. Basically, this is a mirror from IKEA. Now, what I have on it are these strip lights, also from IKEA. And you basically connect them together, and I have the switches on the wall here. This kind of is like my homemade, like, vanity mirror that I've created. Okay, now I'm going to take you through everything that I have in my IKEA Alex drawers to the right of my vanity. First of all, on top, we have this organizer, which is by Zara Beauty. This is the collaboration that they did with Coffee Break with Danny, as you can see over here by her little logo. Love you, Danny. So in the 5 compartments, I've got all of my large powder brushes over here. I've got this amazing Delium Tools brush that I got at IMAX. Next to it, I've got all of my crease blending brushes, or my small blenders. Of course, I've got my favorite e.l.f. crease brush. I love these guys. They are perfect for blending out a very delicate cut crease. Then next, I have all these kind of specialty brushes. I've got my pencil brushes from Morphe, and then of course my holy grail Urban Decay electric palette double-sided brush. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Urban Decay, if you would sell this brush individually, I would absolutely buy it. And no, it is not the same brush that comes with the Naked palettes or any of the new Urban Decay palettes. I have checked. Then I've got all of my regular kind of flat eyeshadow placement brushes. Then over here, I've got my kind of smaller face brushes, like Morphe M509, which is the perfect highlighter brush. So those are all my brushes in there. Right behind that, I've got an empty glass jar that I use while I'm doing my makeup to keep my dirty brushes in. Down here, I've got my 2 beauty blenders. I've got a black pro one and a regular one. They are sitting in this cute little dish that I got at a Japanese market. This is the dish that I actually use to clean my brushes with my Cinema Secrets cleanser. Then we've got my kabuki brushes. And then in front, I've got this little dish that I use as a candle holder, which I got from IKEA in the as is section. Okay, so my first drawer here, I'm actually not going to show you what's inside. It is all of my stockings and underwear. I know it's kind of weird to keep all that here, but I've recently been doing the KonMari decluttering method, which I've mentioned in some other videos. I'm going to have an entire video about that, so I don't want to get too into it, but I just found that this is actually the easiest place for me to store like my stockings and undergarments and stuff. Anyway, so that is what is in there. In this drawer, I have all of my hair products. I've just got this little divider from IKEA that actually fits almost perfectly in these drawers. I will say this entire collection storage situation is inspired by the KonMari method. One of the kind of things that you learn as you go through the method is that when you store things, you need to be able to see everything. If you have lots of things piled up, it's harder to see them and you won't remember that you have them and you won't get any use out of them. So I've really tried, as you will see in my collection, particularly in more of the makeup stuff on the other side, I've tried to keep everything very much on display. My third drawer is all nail stuff. So over here, I've got my nail stuff, nail polishes, little Sephora nail kit thing. And then over here in this compartment, I have kind of samples that I am using. Notice I don't have a lot of samples. These are the only things that I use. I really try to keep my samples kind of down to a regular, manageable amount. The purpose of my collection is to be in use. I'm not interested in having makeup that just sits around and is not used. I'm a drag queen, so I wear a lot of makeup, so that's why I have a lot of makeup. But I really, especially when it comes to skincare and stuff, I really like to have stuff that I actually will go through. This unit was made to store files and stuff. So it has this kind of very deep section, but I'm using it to store kind of more of my taller makeup and beauty items. This is where I keep my Cinema Secrets brush cleaner, my hairspray, good old Aquanet girl, and then I've got this microfiber cloth. Now I've really been trying to use these instead of paper towels, especially when cleansing my brushes. I'm really interested in kind of like creating less waste from my makeup usage, and this is a really great way to kind of save the earth a little bit. You can wash them, they're reusable, love this. And then I've got just kind of backup beauty supply stuff. And as you can see, I've got things stored in just smaller boxes down in here. I think this was a ColourPop box, and this is a Lunatic Cosmetic Labs box that I got in the mail, and they are just here and make perfect kind of dividers for stuff. Moving right along to the other IKEA unit. On top of this is where I keep all of my kind of go-to makeup stuff and primers and setting sprays and stuff. They are just stored in this white rectangular letter case desk thing from Staples. In here, I've got 2 jars, each with my cotton pads and Q-tips. I've got my favorite makeup wipes, e.l.f., sitting right here so I can easily access them. And I've got all of my primers and setting sprays. For primers, I've got my favorite Lorax Porefection primer. I love this one. I've also really been loving this Becca mattifying primer. Then for setting sprays, I've got my trusty Blue Marble, MAC Fix Plus, which isn't really a setting spray. And then I've got a bottle of tea tree water back here, which I talk about making in my summer favorites video. Okay, you guys, this is, I think, my most favorite drawer in my entire collection. It is the top drawer of my IKEA Alex 5-drawer unit on the left side of my vanity. This is my blush and highlighter and contour powder, like face drawer. Let me just talk about this really quick. So as you can see all of the products that are laid out. I made these custom inserts by cutting foam core to the proper sizes, folding them, making little triangle wedges out of them, taping them together, and then covering them in this kind of beautiful wrapping paper. Now there is a design flaw, I think, with these IKEA drawers, which is that you can't easily see the back of them. So I think it's always really important, especially with these, to not store like bins of stuff all the way towards the back, even though it's tempting, but you won't ever be able to see what is back there. So I've got my MAC palette, which I love, my little MAC Pro palette. Got the Jaclyn Hill Becca Champagne Glow palette. Got my Holy Grail Lunatic Cosmetic Labs contour palette. If you haven't heard me talk about this, you need to watch more of my videos ASAP. Pigments, MAC, Vanilla, Makeup Forever Star Powder. This is an eyeshadow from Shiro. Got this e.l.f. Cool Bronzer, this Wet n Wild Trio, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and Lightscapade, Becca Highlighter and Moonstone, Kat Von D, Thunderstruck. So these are just like my favorite highlighters and stuff. I've got my 2 sleek blush palettes here, which are these fabulous, highly pigmented trios of blush palettes. And I like to keep them so I can see what the names are on the back. Then I've got my 3 contour and highlighting powders from Shiro Cosmetics. You can watch me talk more about those in my Shiro Cosmetics haul. And then a Illamasqua blush duo that I got from Haute Look. For blushes, I mean, as you can see, I've like angled all of them so that like I sit over here so I can easily see them when I open up this drawer. Now they are somewhat organized by shade. First, I've got my NARS limited edition blush in Almeria. It's kind of like beautiful burnt berry shade. Going through some Illamasqua, Sephora, NARS, my Clinique Cheek Pop, my Too Faced Love Flush. I just got this guy today, this Urban Decay Afterglow blush in the shade Bittersweet. My Milani Rose blushes, more NARS, a little sleek one, and then some ColourPop ones shoved in there. And then all the way in the back here is my Becca Songbird Peachy Blush. So it kind of goes from this berry shade all the way through like all the corals, pinks, purples, back to more peachy pink stuff at the end. Yay, my beautiful blushes. Oh. Okay, my second drawer is another lovely drawer. These are all of my eye products, eyeliners, single shadows, and small palettes. Now, again, I've made these custom dividers, and as you can see, I made them differently. So I have a longer tray over here for all of my eye pencils, and a smaller row for all of my single shadows and glitters, etc. Whenever I watch makeup videos now, I have to turn them off when I see people's tubs of eyeliners just kind of like jumbled around, just because once you go this organized and you can actually see all of the products that you own, you cannot go back. I promise you, it's addictive. It is so useful to be able to see and pick out in 1 second, like exactly what you need. Just fabulous. I've got some like Sephora, MAC, NYX. I've got my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. Can't live without it. These kind of lovely slide-on, glide-on eyeliner pencils from NYX. They're really beautiful and metallic. I've got my Physicians Formula Eye Booster Liquid Eyeliner. Kat Von D, Trooper, which I still love. Mascara, Maybelline Great Lash, my Dior Show Iconic Overcurl Waterproof, Duo Lash Glue, and my Lime Crime Glitter Helper. Next, I've got like single eyeshadows and pigments and stuff. These are two from Stila. I love these guys. Some ColourPop ones. I've got this OCC loose pigment in the shade Burning. This is my Lit Liquid Metals, which you saw a review of. My Shiro eyeshadows that I just got. And then mostly glitter in this back row. I've got some from NYX, Lit, Inglot, Lime Crime. And then I've got some gel products over here. I've got this NYX gel eyeliner in this beautiful teal shade. And I've got this lovely Maybelline Color Tattoo Creamy Beige. And then my Inglot 77 Black Gel Eyeliner. Back row of this little thing, I've got some NARS single eyeshadows. I've got this NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadow from the new summer collection. This is in the shade Pool Shark. I wore this in my little 10,000 subscriber giveaway video. Lovely Kat Von D single eyeshadow, Vasanti, MAC, and then this Smashbox Santa Golden Age limited edition crazy palette. In the back here, I've got some smaller palettes. I've got my two Lime Crime palettes. These are the older ones. I really love these. These are the e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palettes. These are just really, really amazing quality for very, very affordable price. I've got my Naked Basics one, my Lorac Alter Ego, and my Wet n Wild Boardwalk Boozin' palette. Back here, I've got just a little tray with my Lit glitter adhesives, eyelash curler, Inglot Duraline, and eye pencil sharpener. But as you can see, like this tray easily comes out, but if I had like trays stacked this way to like actually reach into there and grab stuff is really tricky. Okay, this next drawer, get ready. Oh, these are all of my lipsticks. Again, I've made these dividers just out of foam core, covered it in different wrapping papers. The wrapping papers that I've been using are all from different kind of wrapping paper collections that I've gotten at different museums. In the back here, I've got all of my lip pencils. As you can see, I really, really love ColourPop's lip pencil formula. I find that they're very, very creamy and really easy to use. In this drawer, I do get to go all the way back to the back of the drawer because the colors on the end of the pencils are kind of all I need to see. So these are all of my lip pencils and lip liners. And then all the way in the corner here, I've got my e.l.f. lip exfoliator. But this, again, I find is just so helpful to just see what I own. I've got a Chanel lipstick that broke that I depotted, a MAC lipstick. I've got my MAC lip mix in white, which I swear by. I've got my new liquid lipsticks that I got from IMATS. This shade, Bunny, by ColourPop, is like a green, shimmery shade, and I really think this shade is a dupe for Lime Crime's Serpentina. I've got my favorite matte lipsticks, my NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencils, love these. And I've got my favorite liquid lipsticks, my Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks. I love these. I just got this. This is the shade Beloved. This is that coral shade that I talked about in my Q&A video that I will take to a desert island with me. This is the one. This is the shade. Then kind of moving down into my more kind of traditional traditional bullet lipstick forms. Now these I've organized exclusively by shade. Got some Milani's, got some MACs. This is the shade AK-47 that everyone loved from my last couple of videos by Lunatic Cosmetic Labs. Fabulous nude. That Marc Jacobs sample. This is the lipstick you get with your birthday gift at Sephora this year. Got 2 YSL lipsticks. I've got some Kat Von D, Sleek, Wet n Wild, etc. But these are getting into like my corals. I love this YSL like crazy sheer coral thing. It's like this iridescent corally shade. This is the shade number 59, Rouge pour Couture. And then down here, I've got more pinky things, Maybelline Mattes, Rebel Blooms, more Milani, more Wet n Wild. I got my one NARS Audacious lipstick. This is in the shade Michio. And then good old MAC Sin. This is from the Toledo collection. I love the packaging on these products. Ugh. And then down here in the last row, I've got my reds. This red from Milani, the Milani Matte Iconic, is such an amazing red and such an amazing formula for a fabulous price. And then this over here is one of my favorite reds ever. This is Kat Von D's Studded Kiss in the shade Archangel. This is just a fabulous brick red, but it's still very, very red. Ugh, love this shade. Then my brighter colors and crazy colors over here. And then right up here against the edge here, I have all of my OCC lip tars in the older packaging. I really love this formula, but I do not find that I can wear it exclusively. I have to use it to just top off other lip products. But I find that like shades like Traffic, which is a really beautiful matte yellow shade, are great for combining, like to top off other colors to kind of make them more corally or yellow or give them a different tone. And that's my lipstick drawer. Oh, bye. Okay, then down here, I've got kind of my basic makeup stuff, lip glosses, and then my larger eye palettes in the back. Now back here, I've got my Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Remix and my only Morphe palette that I have. This is the Morphe 35B. This is a great palette. I love that the colors are so bright, different finishes, and I've said in other videos that it is very similar to the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Remix palette. So if you missed out on this palette, this beautiful limited edition palette from Holiday 2015, the Morphe 35B is a great alternative to it. Back here, I've got my Urban Decay Electric palette, my Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist palette, my 3 Kat Von D palettes, Monarch, Chrysalis, and Shade and Light Eye, which is like my holy grail, the best matte eyeshadow palette there is. And then my Lunatic Cosmetic Labs Supernatural palette, which you can win in my 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Okay, and down here, I've got all these lip glosses, which I rarely wear, so that's kind of why they're all the way in the bottom. If I ever do like boy makeup or some like subtle makeup where I don't want like a full crazy lip, I find that glosses are a really quick, easy way to achieve like a really nice polished look. Then in these 2 things, I've got all my kind of like basic use every time I do my makeup products. I've got my foundations that I use. I love the MAC Full Coverage Foundation. This is a pro product, but it is the exact same formula as the MAC concealers in the small pot. So if you really love the concealers and you want like a kind of more bang for your buck version, get these. Got it in the shade NW25. I've got it in the shade W10. I've got my Studio Fix powder in the shade N4, which is what I take with me to my gigs for like touch-ups and stuff. And then I've got my 2 OCC products. This one, Vice, it is like the perfect kind of like white, creamy shade. Got some other cream products, my Ben Nye Matte HD Foundation in a very cool shade. And then my RCMA Shading Cream Makeup Palette. I love this little guy. And my Makeup Forever Concealer Palette. You can see me talk more about this in my Perfect Palette 2 tag video. Over here I've got all my powders, my Coty Airspun powder in translucent, got the Besame powder that I got from IMATS, sample of Makeup Forever's HD powder, got my e.l.f. color correcting, tone correcting powder, my Holy Grail NARS Soft Velvet powder. Okay, so that is like my last kind of makeup-y drawer. Okay, and then down here I've got my kind of like extra makeup bags and backups and stuff like that. So I've got this big Sephora Weekender bag. This is kind of my day-to-day like regular makeup bag that I gig. Like when I gig, I take this with me. It's already got some bobby pins in there just in case, a little mirror. And then on the bottom here I've got this brush roll that I got from an order of Morphe brushes from Haute Look. I actually just got this today. This is the kind of like VIB Rouge like pouch thing that you can get only today like in stores at Sephora. And I got it. It is enormous. It's like a laptop case. Anyway, I've got just all my other little bags that like I use to transport makeup and jewelry and stuff. And then back here, I've got kind of backups and stuff. I've got my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. I've got my NARS Soft Velvet Loose Powder. I've got some new products that I haven't opened yet, like this YSL Mascara. Got an extra duo. I've got another Kat Von D tattoo liner. Back here, I've got 2 replacement pans for my MAC Pro palette in the shades Emphasize and Sculpt. Notice I don't have more than one of any backup. I think you really only should have one product that's being used and one backup of it. There's no need to have more, like 30 of one thing. Just like read the book, read Marie Kondo's book, you'll see. And then over here, I've got lashes that just don't fit in my little lash storage situation up there. Ooh, let me just grab that really quick. So most of my lashes I actually store in this box, which is an old Pleaser shoebox that I've kind of just like Frankenstein together with another shoebox lid. And again, I've done the inside with wrapping paper, and I've like glued down lash packaging and just kind of stick the lashes that I use most in here. Whenever they get too nasty, I will replace them with lashes from this drawer. And all the way in the back here in this tray, I've got my beauty blender holders if I ever want to travel with them. And I've got extra brushes. And then back here, I've got a toothbrush, which kind of goes with this stuff. This is Prozaid and Prozaid Remover. This is a medical grade adhesive. I used to use this to glue down my eyebrows, which you can see me do in my like little drag transformation video that I posted forever ago. But I do not use it anymore because I do not have eyebrows. I shave them off. This is a fabulous, fabulous adhesive. It is medical grade. It is super strong. You need this special remover to get rid of it. Do not buy this without this. I'll say it one more time. Do not buy this without this. You need both. And then back here, I've just got my Spirit Gum. And then I've got a little, this I can't part with this. This is like a Chanel, this is the Chanel lipstick that I depotted. This is just the case. It's got nothing in there. Ugh, it's just so pretty. I wanna like figure out a way to use this to store something in it. Let me know if you have a suggestion for what I could do with this. I like refuse to throw it away. It is so beautiful and was so goddamn expensive. So those are my drawers. Okay, the final little part of my makeup collection that I will show you is this little area on top of one of my little shoe tower things. I have my perfumes. I have this big K that I got from Joanne Fabrics and I painted it. And then I've got my crown from winning Miss Eastern Bloc, which was the pageant that I won here in New York City. And then I just have my favorite perfumes. So the only full-size perfume that I own is Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Fresh. This is just a great, lovely, gardenia smelling, like light perfume. Just fabulous. This is like my signature scent. And then here in these 2 little IKEA candle holders, I've got all my perfume samples. I love having these because I can easily chuck one into my makeup bag if I ever wear it out. Now I've got them divided by like kind of darker, heavier, muskier scents and lighter, fresher, fruitier scents. I don't keep ones that I don't actually use, like I chuck them out. As you can see, like I don't have a lot of makeup that I don't actually like know what it is or where it is. That's kind of the purpose of my whole collection. A lot of people say that like they don't want to brag about like how much makeup they have and stuff. I don't want to brag about how much makeup I have. I want to brag about how organized my makeup collection is. God damn it! Okay guys, so that is my makeup collection and vanity tour. Let me know if you want me to go in depth on any of these products or anything. Ugh, I'm just so happy to like be able to share all of this organization and stuff that I've done with you guys. I'm super proud of all of the work that I did. And again, I really owe it to Marie Kondo's life-changing magic of tidying up. She helped me figure out exactly how to do all of this stuff. I'm so happy I was able to share it with you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kimberly Clark. Bye.